Hey Saber fans, this is Adam from Blue Force Sabers. Welcome back. So in front of me I have an Ultrasabers that I redid. Now I get the question all the time. A lot of people get the mystery box sabers from them, and it is a great deal. But they usually come with no sound. They're just stunt set up. So I get that question of, hey, can you add sound to my saber and stuff like that. And it does get a little pricey when you start to have to gut the saber and then install a soundboard. And most people just want a basic sound in there because the Ultra Sabers are straight forward hilts. Not a whole lot to them. That they are neat, but there's just not a whole lot of creativity with them. They're very basic, and not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just there's just not a whole lot there. So I took this one here, this saber I had laying around for a while, and kind of jazzed it up a little bit, put some sound in there, and redid the outside of it. This was just plain silver, but so I took it and painted it. It has a gold undertone on it, and then weathered it with black, and it goes into the emitter area. As you can see here is a black 16 millimeter switch. That's a illuminated red ring. And then I did all this just different weathering down there, some etching on the back. And if you don't know, with Ultra Sabers, they don't have a retention screw for the LED. It just floats inside the saber. Not exactly sure why they do that, but maybe it's a cost saving thing. But anyway, that's kind of a necessity on sabers. You don't want your LED floating around in there. So I drilled and tapped the retention screw for the LED, so that's locked in there. Retention screw for your blade. Did some etching here with some more weathering. Sanded down these areas here to bring out the gold undertone underneath. Give a little more character to it. A little more etching down here, some damage. Retention screw for the chassis. So usually with the standard Ultra Saber builds, you don't have any type of chassis system. It's just a couple batteries in there. They're not rechargeable. I believe they use AAAs. So this one has a 18650 rechargeable battery in there. Usually it doesn't come with any vented pommel. So this one has a vented pommel. They're usually just, flat on the end. No venting for any kind of sound. So inside is a 28 millimeter bass speaker, super loud, nice and crisp. A Nano Biscotte V2, so it's a little bit older soundboard, but it's a really great soundboard. It's got all the swings, clashes, double red LED, 6-watt LED. Has a cool flicker effect to it, so I was going with more of a Sith design. So I installed 2 custom fonts on there, which are Sith based, and you'll hear those in a second. But to get into the chassis, so you can see that, you can unscrew the pommel. Set that off to the side. Allen key, so we're going to loosen the screw up here a little bit. Give it a little tap, and then the chassis slides right out. So you have access to SD card if you want to switch that out. Battery, you switch that out and recharge it. It's just held in by 2 little washer rings here. And it's held in there, super tight in there, all by tension. Not going to pop out or anything. I know that's always a big thing too, is that the batteries pop out and then your saber shuts off on you. See the bass speaker in there. And I even dry brushed the chassis in gold and bronze to match the saber itself. So give a little twist. Now you're going to line this up on the side here. So I want to line it up on this side with the retention screw. You just push it in there on the corners, not on the speaker itself. And then you can take Allen key here, tighten it down Not to go all crazy with it, just a little bit. As you can see, it's all locked in there now. Put the pommel back on. And fire it up. You can see it's super loud with the 28mm bass speaker. No shake, no wobble, because it's all locked in there. And the other font, you switch to that. Power it down, hold down the button. And then you have your second Sith inspired font. Really bright with this 6-watt LED. Looks fantastic with the windows. So there you go. So that is just an Ultrasaber redesign. Be up on my store at a great price. So I hope you enjoy. And as always, take care and God bless.